Yeah, so Nishant, I have to kind of go back a bit on this one because it was in first time in 2012, 10 years ago, that I was in New York when I slumped on the footpath in acute pain on I think my right knee, and and then because I was in New York for a couple of days, I took the help of I just took painkillers, came back home, and went to orthopedics, and they say you got a meniscus tear and that this will this is beginning of the osteoarthritis, so take some precautions. I used to run on the treadmill at that time and just take painkillers, and then we'll do the knee transplant as and when required if it gets worse. And I showed it to more than one orthopedic, both here in Delhi and in Mumbai. But then lo and behold, I think in 2 years ago, no, 1 year ago, 22 in September, I don't know how it happened. I think I hurt my knee or I was walking too fast or whatever. But I again got a very acute pain on my left knee this time. And in the sense that it made me, I couldn't really walk, properly, that kind of pain. So back to the orthopedic, and this time he wrote down on a prescription that there is no cure for this. You have to manage the pain, and again the same thing that we will do the knee transplant, as and when required, and get it done sooner because otherwise your pain will increase. The intensity of the pain was such that I had taken to a wheelchair during my travels. So I would in the airports, etc. The wheelchair was added, and I would go on wheelchair to the boarding gate and come down, etc. So that was the extent of the problem, if you like. And it happened. It started in the left, but also was then beginning to happen on the right knee as well. So both those knees were getting quite left knee heavily compromised, and the right knee also beginning to start the pain. Which is when I approached Amul with my problem, and I said, "Look, this is what's happened." He says, "Give me a few weeks and let's see what happens. Please don't go just now." And he gave me, I think, two oils, Liga Care and MSM X to begin with, to reduce the pain. And I was using that to begin with actually 4 times a day, twice Liga Care and twice MSM X. And the pain soon, therefore, sort of subsided, I think with the MSM X and so on. And then I switched to MSM M to begin with again. Actually, then after that, I use them only twice a day, morning Liga Care and evening MSMM. And I'm happy to report that the wheelchair, not only the wheelchair gone, but I now walk regularly 5 kilometers a day, and do 8,000, 7,000, 8,000 steps, and zero pain. And but so that's that. I'm still using it mostly twice a day, but I've been advised to use it 4 times so that it never reoccurs, and so that the knee joint, as it were, gets repaired. So I try and do that, but once I go out in the day, the work, office, etc. But I'm making all efforts to use it 4 times a day, Liga Care twice and twice MSMM, because I think there's a clear prospect of my knee never getting back into that condition of osteoarthritis and the meniscus tear, etc. Well, painkillers, of course, is a very temporary relief, and you got to take them every, let's say, 6 hourly, 8 hourly, whatever, and then their dosage then keeps increasing because your body keeps requiring, and that causes problems with your own digestive system and so on. So that's that. I'm a great believer in Ayurveda. I use it for other things, but in this case, I can say with some degree of confidence that this is much simpler and more effective, and I think that's why it's far more practical. So 2 small bottles of oil, you can travel with them, you can do whatever with them, and twice a day, and that's it. So I think both in terms of the convenience, but more importantly, results. I think the oils from from God's own store have been really quite have been a boon for me. I mean, that's the way to put it. Yeah.